This teardown is for the Toyota Camry 2015 to 2017 front bumper cover. The first thing we'll remove is the plastic cover concealing the radiator. It's got 9 plastic rivets we can pop up with a small flathead screwdriver. These are some of the easier rivets I've had to deal with, so there's not a whole lot of trouble. Just make sure your screwdriver is not too big, and it should be able to pop underneath that top clip and just pop right up. Once the head is slightly raised up, just pull out the rest and it should come out just fine. Once this last rivet is removed, we can lift off the plastic top cover, revealing the radiator. Next, we're going to remove 2 10mm bolts. I suggest using a socket wrench on this, as it was a bit difficult to get my wrench in there, but it was all I had at the moment and it worked. And luckily, all I needed to do was loosen it, and I was able to remove the bolt the rest of the way by hand. This next one wasn't quite as easy and took me a good bit longer. Again, I really suggest using a socket for this, as it is not ideal. Finally got it. Next, we're going to remove 2 hood bumpers by inserting the flathead screwdriver and prying up on the top of the head. Once the head pops up, just pull on the rest of it and it should come right out. There's one more plastic rivet we'll take out at the very end. It's right in the middle. Next, there's 2 holders on each of the wheel wells that we'll have to remove. One is a small Phillips head that you can unscrew and remove right here. The next is going to be a flathead. All you need to do is turn it once 90 degrees, and then the head of it should pop right out. We'll do this on both sides. The 2 rivets are located about 10 to 11 inches apart, with the small Phillips head on top. Here this time we'll get a better image of the Phillips head on top. It was a little bit difficult to get the entire screwdriver in there, but since it was just a plastic screw, I could take off the bit and just use it to unscrew it. I didn't get a good shot of this bottom one coming in and out, but here you can see me putting it back in so you can at least see how it works. It was a little bit confusing at first, so I thought I'd explain that a little bit better. Just turn it 90 degrees and it'll lock or unlock either way. Finally, we'll take out the 8 screws that are located along the bottom side of the front bumper cover panel. This first screw actually goes through up to 3 layers depending on whether or not there's this small mud flap located on the front side of the wheel well. The rest of the screws, you can either crawl up underneath to see them, or what I did is just felt along the bottom side to find each one. They're pretty symmetrically spaced, so it's not too hard to find each one. These screws were pretty easy to take out, but again, I would suggest using the socket that fits the screws to actually take them out. It can keep it from stripping and is much easier to work with in general. This next screw is actually not on both sides. It's holding up a part underneath the vehicle and is not symmetrical. It does not have the same screw on the other side. Finally, this last 8th screw is going to be holding again the mud flap on the front side of the wheel well. Here's a shot of what those screws look like. Finally, from the wheel well, I can pry out each of the side panels and can start to pull away the white front bumper cover. Before removing the bumper cover, we're going to have to detach some of these cables that are hooked up to the lights. These can be popped off pretty easily with a flathead screwdriver. Here's where we're going to have to take off that last rivet that I had forgotten. It's located right in the middle and it's the only thing left holding this thing on. That's it. Now the bumper should slide right off. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see the rear bumper, just leave a comment. I've got some of the footage, but this took such a long time that I'm not sure it's actually going to be very useful. So if anybody actually thinks they'll need it, I'd be happy to put it up. If there's anything you think I left out, let me know. Comment below. Subscribe if you want. I'll be uploading pretty random DIY. Again, thanks for watching. See you next time.